Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the latest generation for the BMW X5. This is the xDrive 40i. It's finished off in mineral white metallic. MSRP was just shy of $82,000. Now, this is also my personal BMW X5. So we get to rip on this for the test drive because we don't get to do that with dealership vehicles, of course. I'm super excited to show you the performance with this B58. So this is the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo. It's paired to the 48-volt hybrid system along with the 8-speed automatic. Pumps out 375 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque. This is all-wheel drive. You can opt for rear-wheel drive if you'd like. It weighs in just shy of 5,000 pounds. 0 to 60 is going to be at 5.2 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 23 in the city and 27 out on the highway. Now, for this particular model, I got all of the M Sport options. So there's the M Sport package, the M Sport Professional package, parking assistance package, premium package, climate comfort package. It has massaging seats, the multi-contoured seats as well, and the 22-inch wheels. So it is very well equipped. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you'll notice with the M Sport, you do have a much different front fascia than a non-M Sport. This model also has the 360 camera system. You get active grille shutters. There's a sensor for some of the pedestrian detection. I do not have adaptive cruise control for this model, which I'm perfectly fine not having. You have large inlets to provide a lot of cooling. There's parking sensors as well, and then a dark housing for all of the LEDs to give it a great look, along with the lines that come down the hood. Now, having the M Sport package, top speed is also increased to 155 miles an hour. This also features the M Sport suspension, the red M Sport brakes, 22-inch wheels again, and then body-colored fender arches, both front and rear. Now, it does feature power folding side mirrors. As you can tell, I have the key fob set up for the proximity setting. So as I approach the vehicle, it unlocks. As I walk away, it will lock. You get a turn signal and a camera. There's also all the gloss black, the roof racks, the full moonroof up top. And then personally, I think this is a really nice looking vehicle. Not trying to be biased, but the lines on it just give it a great look. Now up top, you have the two-tone design for the spoiler here. I do wish the wiper blade was up top just to give it a cleaner look. You get the dark housing for the LEDs, backup camera, all the parking sensors, and then this model is equipped with remote start. So you can use the key fob, triple tap on that button to start it up and to shut it off. Now, with my last X5, I had the factory hitch. This can tow right around 6,500 pounds or so. I used mine to tow 6,000 pounds. I did not opt for the hitch because you can get the stealth hitch and still retain the M Sport bumper. So at some point in the future, I'll put on the stealth hitch and you have the same towing capabilities. So that wasn't a huge deal for me since you can install that afterwards and still retain the factory towing. Now with the X5, you also have the tailgate, so you have that split design. I don't have the height adjustment like I had on my last X5, so we just have the control to release that tailgate. In back, it's what you'd expect for an SUV of this size for its spacing. I also have full-size spare up underneath. You can use that for extra storage. You can actually place the cover down below as well. And then you have some other hooks too, your cargo lights, and you can fold the back seats down. Then you can also just push up top and that will close or lock the vehicle depending on what you need to do. And then I have the Silverstone interior. This is the real leather, the genuine leather, white on white basically, really nice spec. Now there's interior lighting, the two-tone design, wood trim accents, storage in the lower section there, and then some illuminating M Sport logos. And then you have the release to fold these seats down. Now, all three of these are individual, so you can fold that middle seat down if you would like. You also have an area to place and charge tablets. You have storage pockets, get heated rear seats, which is an option, and the 4-zone climate. So you have the dual zone for your rear. You get storage and auxiliaries down below. And then there's the armrest where you have cup holders and some storage there. And then I have about 2.5 inches of headroom. So for its sizing, full-size adults can be in the back. Only option I don't have is the manual sunshades, but I'm going to tint this anyway, and that is going to give us the protection we need. Now, massaging seats, which is an option. There's all the window controls. You have memory seating adjustments, storage down below, and everything else, of course, is the same. Now, with these multi-contour seats, you can actually adjust the headrests individually there. You can fold the top half of the seat up individually from the bottom half, which is pretty neat. And then there's also the leg support too. So very comfortable, especially going between 1 and 2 with my wife's seating position and mine. As we start this up, Get a leather steering wheel with the M badge. There's also this paddle shifters, all the cruise control settings, and then you have volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands. And then with the control in the middle, this is how you can go through all of your content. So you can easily pull all of this up depending on what you'd like to see. And there's also the layout. So you have a few different ways to look at it. And then the last one is for the head-up display. So you can go through those settings as needed. Now on the left, this is our sunglass holder. You have your headlight adjustments, one air vent, full leather for the dash. This also has Harman Kardon for the audio. And then coming from a 2022, this is so much better in my opinion with the large curved screen. Super easy to go through. You have all the shortcuts in the lower section, so you can easily get through all of these apps. I have everything set up already. It's super easy to go through. You have your home screen here, so you can go through some info on the left side. You can easily get into your climates, get into your navigation and music, and then the heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and temperature adjustments. Now, the trim accents are optional. This one has the gloss wood to it. You have the ambient lighting along with vents in the middle. There's volume and tuning, wireless charging, auxiliaries, cup holders, and storage, which can be hidden away. And then you don't have to use this as a touchscreen system. So you can use the controls down below to further go through everything. Now, this is the shifter. So with it in reverse, you have all the angles that you could possibly want. This also has the backup assistance, which is helpful. And you can easily see around the vehicle. You can put it into drive, pull up the front camera. You have a lot of different views. And then you have sport mode where you only shift using the paddles, and then parks behind that. There's traction control, parking sensors, and then a few different driving modes. So there's sport, you have comfort, and eco, and it will change not only the coloring, but it will change the gauge cluster and then your throttle response too. There's also a downhill assist, auto hold in the e-brake. You get storage in the armrest, a locking glove box, and then garage door buttons up top. You have dome lights and controls for both the sunroof and sunshade. And then here's a look at visibility where it's very easy to see. I haven't had any complaints with the X5s that I've owned. Super easy to see around. And so we are in Sport Plus second gear. Here we go. Pedal to the floor. And there's a few pops in that exhaust, not from the piped in speaker noise, but I can't wait to make it even louder when I throw on a new exhaust. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the X5. And coming from the 2022 that had the split screen, it had the larger shifter, driving this home, I already forgot about that. I like the new screen design. I like the feel of this latest generation. And honestly, not having that shifter down below, I could care less, to be honest, because when you're doing performance driving like this, you don't need to rest your hand on the shifter. You don't need to shift down there. You got the paddles here. You have more control over the steering wheel. And let's face it, performance driving isn't like this. It's like this. So to me, I got over that because you use the paddle shifters here, and it just gives it a cleaner look. It is also functional for getting drinks out of your cup holders. With the larger shifter there was a hindrance sometimes getting in larger bottles into the cup holders because you had the bulky shifter there. So especially using this on a daily basis, I don't have to worry about hitting it or knocking it. I always hit it with my drink, getting it in and out. So now I don't have to worry about that. It gives it a cleaner look, and it's functional too. So if you actually own one and daily drive it, you'll see a huge difference with especially minor things like that, which is great. But other than that, such a fun SUV. I am super excited to have this and own it. I can't wait to do some things to it, as it's a lot easier to work on than the plug-in hybrid that I owned previously. That was one big reason that I decided to go away from the plug-in hybrid. I can actually do more work on this. Same engine, of course, it's just less electronics and not as large of a battery for warranty parts and replacing things like that. The plug-in hybrid is just not something I can work on myself or replace. So check out that separate video talking about why we decided to go this route. But I have no complaints. I am super happy with this. And it's just a fun SUV. So I hope you all enjoyed getting to rip a little bit on the X5. We film them a lot. It's a super popular SUV. And now that I have one of the M Sports, this is going to stay for quite some time. So we will have it for a while. So stay tuned for some of the rest of the content I will film on this model and ownership experience. Now that I'm on my second one, we'll make some updates as we go, if there's any hiccups or issues, but it's a super solid engine and it'll be a reliable vehicle to say the least. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I'll see you all in the next video.